This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena I'm showcasing a deck I call The Answer. And the answer is an idea of, first of all, wasn't that Allen Iverson in basketball? The Answer, I think it was. But second, gimmick infringement aside, I think that this deck is a good answer to the current metagame, the way that it's shaped up. A lot of complaints in my comments, a lot of complaints from Magic players on Twitter, a lot of people not happy about the meta, not happy about Gyruda going kaboom, not happy about Winota going kaboom, making these huge crazy board states, not happy about Jeskai Fires still doing the thing it's always been doing, going kaboom. Well, my friends, we're going to out-kaboom them, but while we do it, we're also going to interact with their big haymaker plays like Fires of Invention and like Gyruda by just totally, not letting them do it. A little bit of nope. I think this is kind of a place you want to be, where you're the control deck who can say no to their big fancy stuff while also doing your own, going way over the top with Wilderness Reclamation and Expansion Explosion. And there's a new tool on the block in Shark Typhoon. Now, Teferi, Hero of Nothing, Time Raveler, is the card that gives this deck the hardest time because it shuts down the Wilderness Reclamation. It's why we run 4 Mystical Disputes. It's why we have Scorching Dragonfire instead of Bone Crusher Giant or something else, so we can target a Planeswalker. It's why we have some Storm's Wrath action. And it's also great to have Shark Typhoon. Shark Typhoon is another wonderful tool. In my opinion, it kind of replaces Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower is alright for the deck, but not great. Shark Typhoon, on the other hand, can make a win con, add instant speed, or just fill up the graveyard and help out Uro. We might actually, maybe, if you're really good boys and girls, we might cast a Shark Typhoon, but it's not likely. But Uro is still in the deck to use the graveyard to put pressure on the opponent and be an alternate win con to loosen them up for the mighty explosion to the face. One of the big disadvantages we have playing the deck is that we don't have a companion, so we just have to counter the companions, and a lot of the good companions right now are blue, but Lurrus is a deck that has taken off in a big way and is all over the ladder. So that needs to be Scorch and Dragon fired, that needs to be Essence scattered, and then we need to shoot them in the face with a giant explosion before they drain us out completely. And this deck is also pretty good at ignoring Priest of the Forgotten Gods, which is one of those annoying cards that can get you. I did run Nightpack Ambusher in the main for a while. There was a version of that deck that I showcased on stream that was an Ambusher deck, but I'm back to Storm's Wrath, Uro, more removal spells. I like this version better. Big surprise. Control Mage likes the version that's more control and less tempo, so. But that's what we got here. We got the most busted 2-mana spell in the format in Growth Spiral. We've got Essence Scatter to just not let people get those sweet ETBs. It's all here. We also have 28 lands. Never miss a land drop, kids. And we've got 4 Fabled Passage and 4 Triomes, which really make the mana nice and smooth. We run all the shock lands, which can get painful sometimes, but you never want to miss an untapped land drop when you need it. And 3 Castle Vantress to scry us a river. In the sideboard, if you want to use it, thrown together for your amusement, I've got those Nightpack Ambushers for control matchups where you need more threats, Bone Crusher Giants for aggro, Wilt for when you need to kill an artifact or enchantment, obviously, Shield Breaker, blow up the oven, I guess. A Negate, because sometimes you just gotta force stuff through, you'll know when you need it, when your opponent is casting non-creature spells. For Aether Gust, still one of the best cards that you can play in the format, though there are some matchups where it's dead, like Black-White Sacrifice is starting to gain some traction, and this is dead there, so that's why sideboard only. And 2 Spectral Sailors for, again, those kind of grindy matchups. If you're bringing in the Ambusher, you probably want the Sailors. All right, let's dive in and show everybody the answer. Away we go, on the play with a turn 3 Reclamation potentially. Very exciting. So I want to just fetch a red with this to make sure I have set up for Storm's Wrath, but if I do that, I can't grow Spiral on 2. So I'm going to trust that I find land number 4. I do run 28 land. Our opponent fires up the Lurrus of the Dream Den, so they're ready to roll. Alright, come on, land. Priest, sure. Come on, land. Nice. Not only that, it's red. So I don't have to fetch red with the passage. I can set up my mana a little better. Now the opponent has Priest. Priest is annoying, but Storm's Wrath can clean it up pretty nicely. Untap him. And we'll watch for something to cast a Thassa's Intervention on. If not, I'm pretty sure I'm just doing this for 2. This is fine. Storm's Wrath is ready for you. Serrated Scorpion. Sure. It's a lot of damage, but I think that's fine. Alright, we want the land. Well, we don't have a choice, but we wanted the land very much. And Dragonfire. Alright, let's show them the Storm's Wrath. They're going to now respond with, like, actions, and I'm gonna lose some life. It's gonna suck a little bit, but then next turn we'll Mystical Dispute them, hopefully draw a land, play Wilderness Reclamation, and draw a million cards. Alright, for your next trick, what you got? Fabled Passage, cracking. I had a feeling there'd be a Kroxa, and I was trying to decide, do I want to counter this, or do I want to use Scorching Dragonfire on it so it exiles? The opponent can just sacrifice it to the oven in response, though, so that's not very good. If we'd have to discard something anyway, I'd probably discard the Dispute, so let's just cast the Dispute instead. Try to keep the opponent out of my hand. Alright, they say go. We draw another Dragonfire. Let's mark the end step. Let's play the Wilderness Reclamation. 2 triggers, make a red, resolve 1. Blue, red, blue, red, blue. Resolve that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just draw it all. I could just do a draw 5, but we might need all the cards. The opponent gets to have a pretty fun turn. I think we'll recover though just fine with a full grip. Yep, we get the Your Go, because tilting the opponent with the evil Wilderness Reclamation is just part of the experience. If only they had a cat. Then I could taunt them as well. Let's discard these 2 lands. We have another Storm's Wrath to clean up the board. We've got Essence Scatter and Dragonfires to keep them on check. We've got Uro to combat the drain that they can put us under by casting all these critters. The opponent might go for a Kroxa. No, they go for Lurrus. Lurrus Scorpion is the plan. Alright. Do we play out the castle? I think we play Castle, Uro, Passage, Storm's Wrath. Always make sure to remember, make sure you mark this end step. Marking end step is important with 2 reclamations out to get use of all the mana. Wrath him again. This matchup is the main reason I stuck with Storm's Wrath instead of the Night Pack Ambusher version that's going around that doesn't run Storm's Wrath. You just want to clean up this nonsense as soon as you can. Alright, resolve. So we've got all this mana. We could pump it into a big Thassa's Intervention, which is fine. And then how much mana do we want left over? 6? Alright, so let's add all the blues. Resolve one more. And then we have enough to play both Dragonfires and Essence Scatter if we want to. And we go 6 cards deep. Seems good. Okay, we did actually hit one of the win cons. We hit a bunch more reclamations, but I guess we'll just take all this removal because how's the opponent going to beat it? Let's make them find a way, because we'll be recurring Uro to gain life, so all their drains hopefully can be offset. All the Death Dweller, get back the combo, sure. What more could I do? What else you got? Another Scorpion. We can Essence Scatter it if we want to, but we can just Dragonfire it as well. It's fine. So my plan is to point a Dragonfire at the Priest, and when the opponent then throws it in the oven, to use Dragonfires on the Scorpions to avoid the life loss. We'll see if the opponent is savvy enough to not use the oven here, because they don't really gain anything. Okay, they're savvy. They are savvy gamers. Let's let these sit for now then. We could do this just to use our mana, but we should have plenty of mana. Alright, let's bring out Uro. Almost forgot. We don't have a way to interact with our graveyard, so I probably don't have to be choosy. It's just a habit I got into from playing this in a deck with Cavalier of Thorns. Cavalier of Thorns means you have to be choosy. I don't think we have to. Another Uro. This can come out tapped, I think. Another land. Let's play other Uro just to get that life and get that trigger. Our opponent could have claimed the Firstborn, which will suck. Alright, let's add a blue. Resolve. Let's use the castle. Go scrying. It's time for the scry machine to find an explosion and finish this game, hopefully. Alright, let's add enough mana to use the castle again, but we don't need the rest. Oh wow, that's a lot of deja vu on these lands. Alright, are you ready for Claim the Firstborn, everybody? I know I'm ready. Born ready. The opponent eats some food. Alright. That's not Claim the Firstborn, that's a Kroxa. Let's just say no to Kroxa. And then when the opponent casts Kroxa from the graveyard, we'll say no again. Don't really want to discard my Scorching Dragonfire to that card. Oh yeah. No ETB triggers for you. Oh yeah. On the play with a counter, a Reclamation, and a frickin' Shark Typhoon. Our opponent with Karuga means they're probably against fires, which we're in danger. If they play Teferi into fires, the Essence Scatter won't help us. So, we're on the watch for that. And they have a Sphinx, so gonna need a Mystical Dispute. If we draw a Mystical Dispute, I will feel very good. If we don't, I'll probably feel very bad. We might even cycle this on 2 just to increase our chances of getting there. They put 1 on top and 2 to the bottom. Let's see if they're mull to 5 and their Sphinx of Foresight. We're still able to put together this killer draw. And look at this draw, by the way. Right off the top. Now we know they're not playing anything this turn. I'm still cycling this. I need to hit land. I need to make absolutely sure that we curve out. Ouch. Ouch. I'm getting scared. Hold me. Hold me. Is it Teferi? It's nothing. It was nothing. Land. Please. Land. Please. Okay. I'm so glad we cycled that Shark Typhoon. Oh my god, that was close. That was close to full tilt. So let's get double red. I don't think we'll actually need to Storm's Wrath, but you never know. It's a card in our hand. Let's act like it's useful. And will the opponent crush us with bones? I think they will. Sphinx of Foresight. Essence Scatter can counter it, but it can also counter a Cavalier. Mystical Dispute can do it for 1 mana, but I've got nothing else to do with the mana anyway. Let's use the Essence Scatter. Mystical Disputes can counter Cavaliers very well too, on account of them being so frickin' expensive. So I think here I just play this for 2 to hit my land drop, and then pass. Wow. Wow. Mystical Dispute Cite. So next turn we might be able to explode and draw a bunch of cards, but the opponent's going to pass the turn. Pass the turn? They're going to pass the game. Yeah. Not much of a game. I would normally cut it. I think I'll keep it based on just the play to... Like, cycling that Shark Typhoon was so important. I think people need to make sure that they're not afraid to do that. I believe I've played this opponent before, and they were playing mono red. How does this draw stack up against mono red? Not great. We're on the draw, so I get to resolve 2 creatures before we start countering anything. That's better. That is better. And we definitely don't need both Growth Spirals. So yeah, we'll keep this 6. And we need to hit land again. I am often amazed at how often I say that. I'm only running 20 frickin' 8. And here comes Fervent Champion. It is mono red. So we need to use this to go get green. Does our opponent have a sweet turn 2? Usually that involves Robber the Rich, Runaway Seamkin, stuff like that. Okay, they took our Scorching Dragonfire. We need to find a Storm's Wrath. So let's just pay 2 life, kick this. Another Robber. Do we scatter it? I think we scatter it. Let's get the scatter played. It's good red mages play around counter spells when they know our mana's constrained. Okay, they took one of our lands. Frickin' Robber. Easily though, that's the start of the land pocket, right? There's the light up the stage, Embercleave, and Fervent Champion revealed. So, tap land, say go. And try to point this Scorching Dragonfire at something. Yep. Now we can stop the Embercleave from even entering the battlefield here with the Scorching Dragonfire. So let's do that. Take out the Fervent Champion. It represents 3 points of damage when combined with another Fervent Champion. Down to 8. Ugh. And a Bone Crusher Giant to fill out their curve, and we can't even hit our 4th land drop. How infuriating. Oh my god. I've never been so disappointed in my life. And we're not technically dead, but we're certainly not alive. We have to counter that, but we can't draw into... Yeah, that's just game, because we can't draw into Storm's Wrath and the land for it and counter this. Oh my god. The hell, man. I'll keep it. I'm starting to get... I'm starting to just get my conspiracy theory brain working again on these 2 land hands that never draw land drops 3 and 4. What the heck is going on? But I've got early plays. I'm on the play this time, so I can't fall infinitely behind without a 1-drop. And we drew a land, so everything is kind of working now. Everything but my throat. I've got a thing in my throat. It's fine. It's fine. The editor on this channel is known for editing out my nose and throat noises. So, I'm sure I sound perfectly amazing and professional. That's gross. Okay. We'll see if they tick Narset down or not. Because that card is a beating.
Focused and disciplined, encounter no obstacles.
Okay, they do. Let's wait until they make their selection before we Dragonfire the Narset. Sometimes they're deciding whether or not to pick up another Narset.
My mind.
And they definitely would if they knew we were going to Dragonfire them. Okay. Okay. Alright. We're gonna miss land drop 4 again. Again. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. No Narset, please. Okay, come on now. Come on. The heck is going on? I'm being trolled by the deck. I'm being trolled by the deck. You can have the right deck for the right meta, and you can still get trolled by your deck, gamers. It's just the way it is. On the other hand, I have all these counters, but the opponent still has 5 cards in their hand. They're not missing anything. I mean, they're not going to play a creature. If I dig now, though, I can't really do anything with the rest of my turn anyway. May as well make them think I have a counter. Teferi. I think we're going to make a baby shark. Maybe the opponent will plus and draw. You'll have to get lucky. I said plus, I hope they minus. The hope is that they play Omen of the Sea and minus it. Never mind. They are too smart. We are too weak. But do keep in mind, you can cycle despite a Teferi. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Attack your Teferi. Don't kill it. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Alright, down to 4. Do we Storm's Wrath it? Or do we play Wilderness Reclamation and hope to repeat this cycle next turn and get a juicier Storm's Wrath? I don't think it's going to get better. I think it's going to get worse. And the Teferi just shuts down our Wilderness Reclamation, so we've got to do this. Now they get to scry 3 deep and draw to try to find another Teferi. And they might already have it. They keep on top. Yep.
Only time will tell.
Yep, pretty sure our plan is going to be an F. A fail. Okay. Maybe not. No, they still have mana. Try to scry after you shuffle, though. Gamers, please. Please, gamers. Wilderness Reclamation. Resolves. Untap my lands. Okay, we've got a game. Definitely have a game now. Crap. All right. I don't think we can draw into anything here, but we can give it a shot anyway. Wow. I can't hit land to save my life. If we had a bunch of land, these explosions would be looking better, that's for sure. And now I don't think we have a game anymore. It'll take a pretty lucky top deck. So I can explosion for 2. What am I trying to draw into? There just isn't much there, right? Alright. So next, this is going to make everything cost more. That's going to be a problem. Then it's going to bring back Teferi, that's a problem. But I think we just pose. I don't think I'll miss the 2 life, but I think we just say go and pose. It makes the opponent think we might counter what they do. All the births. Alright, with Teferi on the way, we do have Explosion Dragonfire to try to deal with it, and we do need land. So we hit our land drop next turn. That's an explosion for 4. We hit it the next turn, it's an explosion for 5, but the Teferi is going to be on 6. So we're still going to have to Dragonfire it, I think. But yeah, we do just need to hit these land. The other idea is I could bottom these and start searching for Uro, which is one of the better things I could be doing. But yeah, we'll just land. There's also a chance the opponent might not fetch Teferi. We'll see what they target. They're thinking. They're a thinker. Thinking mage. Narset. They target Narset. Well, in that case, I could let that resolve, and if they took Narset down, Dragonfire it, and I'd have a bigger explosion next turn. Okay. I was thinking I could draw in response, but... Oh, Dragonfire won't kill the Narset, though.
Like wind and wave.
So I'll have to copy it. Oh, man. Brutal. All the birth. So many baby Meletis. Well, we're not really set up for the huge explosion just yet. So maybe I'm patient and I just try to scry up the goods. The opponent's not putting a lot of pressure on me. Yeah, let's keep digging. Dispute, okay. Not good against them right now. Outlived its welcome for sure.
Keep an open mind.
Rawl, gross. Plenty of mana too. They don't have enough mana to play the other Narset though, so I think I should Scorching Dragonfire this Narset and try to get them to play the other Narset. I'll do that in response to the Rawl to make it look like a tilt play.
I can see.
Every problem has a solution. Decision time.
Throw a land in the graveyard, grab a thing. Dispute. Solve all. Alright, we get to draw cards now. Too bad we have to crack this. Alright, where do we go? Do we go face? I think the way this game is going to end is I'm going to deck my opponent. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but they have 40 life. So I'm just going to tag the Rawl, because that tagging Rawl here keeps it from being ultimated, and the ultimating of Rawl is what I have to worry about. Obviously, Rawl drawing cards is annoying, but everybody's drawing a million cards in this matchup. You just kind of have to just let it be. We're not going to grind them out of stuff. We're going to fight through a giant explosion and probably deck them. That's where the game has to end if we are to be victorious. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that could be a knockout blow. Let's see what they fetch. Hopefully it's Big Chandra. Please, just fetch Big Chandra like everybody else. Ashiok. Sure. It's very annoying, don't get me wrong, but it's another one of those things people fetch all the time that doesn't actually always win the game. But let's see what happens.
The ingredients of the
Okay, they did not hit an explosion. It definitely makes Uro worse. Please don't play that. So I was really hoping. I guess I could kill it. But then Ashiok sticks, which every time Ashiok gets to activate, things are a little bit worse for us. I guess we can Uro, gain life, then kill the Ashiok. Does that work? Not quite. Let's just do this for 5. I think we can drop off Essence Scatter, but I might need it for the Fae. After going so long with needing land, it feels like now suddenly I don't. This can go, this can go. I suppose whether or not to keep the passage is all about whether or not to bring back the Uro sooner. Either way, it ends up in the graveyard, right? Yeah. Let's keep the breeding pool.
Just want to peek.
How good of a turn will our opponent have this time? There she is again.
My prowess is unmatched by my peers. I have just the trick for this.
Deafening Clarion? Nice. Alright, do you have another Planeswalker for follow-ups? You're drawing like a million cards a turn. I'm just hoping your hand is all Wraths of various types. Okay, pass the turn. So, let's play this tapped. We'll make a big sharky typhoon-y thing and attack the Narset. Is that the play? I think so. These mystical disputes are not going to do much. They are not looking sharp.
Meditate and prepare.
There's another Teferi. It took a while, but our opponent found him.
Oh, come on. I just want to peek.
21 cards. We do need Wilderness Reclamation to help with this job. I think I still have several. 2 are exiled, yeah? There's still a few. Alright. Do we make our opponent tap some lands? I think so. We still need to make something large enough to kill this. So it has to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can spend 2 mana on this. This gets them in the graveyard for Uro while also making our opponent use their mana. And you never know what other shenanigans they plan to get up to. I did not try to ambush the Fae of Wishes with the Shark token because it would just get bounced or killed if I did it at sorcery speed. Doing it on end step gives it a good chance of actually doing its job.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Unfortunately, this Narset's going to be a pain. Hopefully we draw a Scorching Dragonfire. Remember, we still do get to draw the card because we haven't drawn a card yet this turn, so Narset doesn't stop the Typhoon cycle. Oh, okay.
Here we go.
What are you going to try to fetch? Nothing right now. Interesting. Scorching Dragonfire would be a good rip so we could get rid of this Narset and start our Uro shenanigans. It would be very nice. Oh no, 4 mana. Do you have an instant speed removal spell for this? Most of these decks when I play them are all sorcery speed stuff. Oh, we're discarding. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that is a rip. That is a rip. If they have a counterspell, though. If they have a counterspell, I could take out the Teferi, and this would still resolve, but I'd have to attack the Teferi. And that leaves the Ral. But I guess if my plan is to deck them, let's keep working on it. I think there's a chance they have a counter. So we're going to attack the Teferi. I could have attacked the Ral, though, and killed all their Planeswalkers, and that's so tempting. It just gets blown out. It gets blown out, and it's so scary. Come on. Ah, it would have worked.
I shall miss your company.
Oh well. Oh well. It is what it is. Yep. Let's make the opponent use a Shatter the Sky by bringing out Uro. I could also hold up the Essence Scatter for when they cast this back half of the Fae of Wishes, but I think them reoccurring that a number of times is not what I need to stay afraid of. Obviously, what they got from their sideboard last time was Ashiok, so I don't think they have a silver bullet for the mashup, because Ashiok's good, but Ashiok ain't it. It's not going to beat me on its own. Here comes the Omen. Still digging. 20 cards in deck. And we are on 19... We could force our opponent to draw 19 cards with an explosion if we draw Wilderness Reclamation. So, yeah, we just need to draw Reclamation. And I don't think they play counterspells. They appear to be a tap-out Planeswalker control deck. There's the Shatter the Sky. You have to expect them to have it there. This whole game, this kind of stuff just builds up in their hand. Alright, 16 cards left. 2 Wilderness Reclamation in the deck. Big Chandra. We joked about it. But she's not here to mess around.
If you haven't heard of me, then get ready to meet my flip. No pressure.
She's not that scary because of Uro. She can minus to hurt Uro, which is sad, but could be a lot worse. And a Teferi, okay. Alright, come on Wilderness Reclamation, let's do this. They tapped out, let's get this done. Oh wait, that doesn't work. Teferi. Frickin' Teferi. Shark Typhoon. Awesome. Can we play you? Not enough graveyard. The Growth Spiral could try to help us get there. We have the Scorching Dragonfire. We could play that and target the Teferi. Let's see what we draw off this Uro. It's Wilderness Reclamation. Darn it! Okay. How do we do it? How do we do it? We make a shark. We attack the Teferi. I don't think we play this now because of Elspeth Conquers Death. So I think we say go. We could Dragonfire the Rahl. We don't need to give them any more cards. But if they interact with the Typhoon, then how do we kill the Teferi? I guess we're all in on this Typhoon working, so it needs to be for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So I'm one short of playing Dragonfire and having Typhoon work. So we just pass. We just pass, and it's all up to Shark freaking Typhoon. You have to kill the Teferi, then we play the Reclamation, then we explode our opponent. Make them draw their deck.
Looks like someone's getting a little sweaty.
That's the line. Can we do it?
Might be a bad idea.
Oh, keep in mind though, now they have instant speed Fae of Wishes. All that they need is a removal spell in their sideboard, which I'm sure they have something. They must have something. They just binned a Teferi. Keep in mind though, if they don't kill me, we're getting there. They only have 13 cards left. That's why we keep leaving the Rahl alone. But yeah, if they can go fetch Dovin's Veto, I don't know if we can win. Stuff is happening. Sarkin. They're going for the kill. Alright.
Feel the heat of my flames.
And they have this at instant speed. They're so covered. But we can try to ambush something now. They're not indestructible. I don't know if there will be instant speed removal for this. There will probably be a Deafening Clarion for it, but if I kill the Teferi, it shouldn't matter. They could play another Teferi, and a Deafening Clarion. That would be bad. Yeah, it's a shark. That it is shark. Mother shark? Somebody pointed out that mama sharks are bigger. Alright, Fae of Wishes. What do they fetch? And are all of our Storm's Wraths gone? Ashiok? That's not gonna do it. They can't even cast that this turn. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Alright. So I think that what they're going to do is spend the rest of their mana dealing with this shark, and then we've got him. Let's find out. Kill the Teferi. God bless you, Shark Typhoon. Alright, Deafening Clarion. Yes. Okay. 2 mana up. Are they I don't think they have the veto. I don't think they play it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a moment. Mark the end step. Enter tapped. Wilderness Reclamation. Everything's moving peachy clean. Alright, next. End. On the stack. Explosion for 14. You. Yes. Get him. And back to the start, and let's chat about the deck a little bit. Yeah, I think it held up. It made Fires miserable, it made Rakdos miserable, Gyruda didn't show up today, and we played that epic game against Jeskai Super Friends where I thought I was going to lose the whole time, and then came through. Essence Scatter should have targets in most games. It looked bad in the last game, always will against Creatureless Control, but it's still one of the better removal spells in the format because almost everything in the format gets you value when they play it. So spot removal isn't as good, but Essence Scatter, very good. Big reprint addition from the new set. Mystical Dispute, thank you for not letting me get completely run over a few times. Storm's Wrath came in very clutch multiple times, but my goodness, our new baby. Shark Typhoon, picking off those Teferis. Ninja ambushing those Sarkhan attacking planeswalkers. Just quality stuff. And Uro still deserves, in my opinion, deserves the spot. Maybe even more. Might need more Uros. I think I would like more Uros more than I'd like more Thassa's Interventions. This card, was it good once or twice for going through the deck and keeping the land drops coming? Yes. Could Uro have done same, similar, or better? Probably. Scorching Dragonfire, I still love this card so much, and the Storm's Wrath, like, wouldn't replace those. And yeah, 28 land, maybe it should be 30, because I think I missed my fourth land drop multiple times in this video alone. So what the heck is going on? What is up with Magic? Did we always get mana screwed this often, or is this a new thing? Anyway, also, if you have ideas for the sideboard and you play in best of 3, feel free to leave those in the comments. They might help other players who are out there trying to try hard best of 3 game. And I think this deck is a great answer to what the meta is doing right now. And whenever this deck starts getting good, you know what comes next. Narset, Teferi, Control. Control comes next when Reclamation starts getting good, because Control, built to beat the Reclamation, is the nemesis. So, maybe we'll be able to do a Control matchup very soon, huh? What do you think? Alright, thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. We're going to be doing the crafting guide review today to point out all the things I was wrong about for More of the Spark. So if you're watching this on Wednesday, which you probably are, come on over to Twitch, and from 4 to 6 p.m., crafting guide review. You can tell me how stupid I was or how smart I was. You know, maybe 1 out of 100 people bother to say how smart I was. And I'll see you over there. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one, and goodbye.